Hey everyone, NutriCubing here, and today I'm going to be talking about how after quitting cubing for about a month, I was able to bring my times down 4 whole seconds in just around a month and a half. So let me give a bit of a backstory here. So around, I want to say February or March, I just stopped cubing. Not that I wasn't interested in it anymore, but I just didn't feel the urge to cube. And I just stopped. I knew it would come back because it had happened before, but I just didn't know when. And I was getting a little bit frustrated with my times. So, I just decided to take a break from it. Then, quarantine happens, and I heard about this competition online on Instagram because I got a bunch of cubing news from there. It was called Cubing at Home. And I decided to compete in it because why not? I was bored and it might be fun. And that actually helped me get back into cubing. Let's see, before I stopped, I was averaging around 19 seconds. So I actually had gotten my times all the way down to 18, 25, and I was bringing them back up to 20, and then finally sub 20 again. But then I quit cubing, and I actually ended up getting a 20 average in cubing at home 1. So I was very, very disappointed with that. And I decided to keep on cubing again because I wanted to bring my times down again and again and again. So I did. And again, I got stuck around the 19-second mark and I was getting a little bit frustrated again. But then I was scrolling through my Instagram DMs and I saw one with Brody the Cuber. And so I remember last summer, Brody put a post on his story talking about how he does training sessions and video calls with people to improve their times. And I had DM'd him a while ago saying, "Oh, I want to do that. Where's the information?" And he sent me all that information. I said I was going to purchase a training session, but I never did. Then fast forward to, when was it, early April, after Cubing at Home 1, and I was looking through my DMs and I saw that DM, and I said, why don't I do this? I mean, what's the worst that could happen? I'm gonna meet Brody the Cuber, that would be pretty cool, and I'm sure my times will come down somewhat. So that's exactly what I did. And so I bought a training session where I had to upload an average of 5 and send it to Brody, and then we would schedule an appointment and he would tell me what I could improve with that average and what I was doing bad, what I could improve overall. And so that was scheduled for a Friday. I don't know what day that is, but it was scheduled for a Friday. I asked him if I could record this. I did. I uploaded it to YouTube later. But he basically, and my average was an 1868 or something like that. That was pretty good for me at the time. I had previously uploaded a 20.4 average, but the camera angle is bad. So I uploaded another one. This one is actually pretty good. And he gave me 3 main suggestions. And I thought, okay, I'll do these suggestions, I'll work on them, but how much could they really bring my times down? Well, the answer is astronomical. So the 3 things that he gave me to improve were F2L efficiency, F2L decision making, and learning all the PLLs. So I knew all of the PLLs except for G perms and N perms, and I learned those within a week. I was just too lazy to learn G perms and N perms because I had trouble with them, but I finally learned them, so don't worry. But he gave me the other 2 suggestions: decision making, and efficiency. So I was practicing with the tips that he gave me, and the way that he said that I should improve that was scramble the cube. It could be a hand scrambler, it could be from CS Timer or something, but it didn't really matter. And just solve the cross like I normally would. And then just stop. Solve it really slowly. It didn't need to be like a speed solve. And then just stop. And look at all the possible F2L pairs that I could do and decide which one I would do. and make sure that I knew exactly what I was going to do for that pair, and then just do it at full TPS. And I said, okay, I can do that. So I immediately got to practicing, and I did this for about 2 days, and then I said, okay, I'll start doing some slower solves to see if I can do it like that, make better decisions, and then I sped it up. And I was doing this for a while, and my decision making did improve. Also, I did realize that once I made better decisions, my efficiency was pretty good. It was just a matter of I would make bad decisions and do like really weird F12 pieces. But anyways, so I did this and I started implementing it in my solves, but doing slower solves. And it worked for a while. And then I realized I'm not making the best decisions anymore. And, I had gone back to my bad habits of making these weird decisions and doing weird pairs when I had free pairs or 3 move inserts or things like that. And at this time, I was actually watching the video of how Brody, he uploaded a video. It was an old video a little bit, but he said how I went from OH good to OH God. And he talked about how he got a Jaden McNeil training session, and he gave him all these suggestions. Brody implemented them, for a while, and then he ended up going back to his bad habits because he didn't put that much effort. Not that he didn't put that much effort into it, but that he tried it. It worked for a while, and then he just forgot about it. And I realized the same thing had happened to me. And what he was saying was the solution is that he really took the time to use those suggestions to improve. So that's exactly what I did. Thanks to Brody for that. I mean, he's helped me so much throughout this process. It's unbelievable. Please go check his channel out. Buy a training session if you want to, but just know that I'm saying that that's the best. He's helped me so much. But anyways, so I started doing these solve types that he's talking about, and when doing those, I realized that I was improving. And at this point, I had gotten down to around 17 or 18 seconds, which was, a second or two faster. But I did still feel that I had room to improve. So when I was doing that, I was starting to make better and better decisions until finally, I really trained this down for like 2 weeks. I really put thought into it, and I was doing really, really well. And then I started to realize other problems that I had with my solves, and I realized how I could improve those instead of just doing solve after solve after solve, training in bad habits. I knew that I could improve these bad habits, make them better, and that would decrease my solve times, I guess. Just make me a better cuber overall. So then came time for Cube to Cure, which I signed up online. I had already done, I didn't do cubing at home 2 and 3. I did do cubing at home 4, but then came time for Cube to Cure. And, I saw it was a fun competition. It was raising money for COVID-19 relief charities. I'll link that link down below if you want to donate to that. But anyways, I decided to compete in this. I think it had 3x3, 4x4, one-handed pyramids, and I competed in all 4 of those events. But really, I cared about 4x4. I love 4x4, but I really wanted to focus on my 3x3 times. And the first round came, and I was really nervous. I ended up getting an 18.46 average. Not very good for me. I was averaging 18 seconds. And then second round came, and I got a 17.17 average with two counting 15s. No, 1 counting 15. Sorry. And I was so happy. Incredibly happy. And I realized that, I could improve my solve times if I just put in the effort. If I put in the effort to realize what my bad habits were, if I put in the effort to improve those bad habits. This is exactly what I did, and I got that 17 average, and I've been improving since. I've actually gotten down to 16, low 16, high 15 averages of 100. And what I've done is that I realized that my look ahead was bad, So, I slowed down my turning speed to compensate for look ahead, and that's worked. And now my cross to F2L transitions have been really bad, just super long pauses after cross. And so I've been working on that. So I've really been focusing on what my bad habits are, how I can improve them. And I know now that if I focus on those bad habits and improving them, then I will become a great cuber. Thanks everyone for watching. Neutral Cubing here.